Welcome to Internal Life, where change starts with the inner man. This thought came to me a couple of nights ago concerning will versus skill. It reminded me of a two-part series by Coach J when he talked about will versus skill. The only difference, if not slightly, is that Coach J was referring to one's will versus skill when it comes to dealing with challenges. My analysis is more about will versus skill in general. Personally, I think having both is imperative, but I think will is more required because a lot of people have the skills, but not necessarily the will. What I'm saying here is that there are a lot of incredibly talented people out here, so they have the skill, but not all of them have the will to get started or go all the way. Skill goes a long way as well, but without the will, you won't make it very far. It's similar to physical versus mental strength. Physical strength goes a long way, but if you're not mentally strong, you won't make it very far. You hear this all the time in sports. In some situations, a coach will speak on a player's talent, but will also mention that the player is lazy or he questions his work ethic, which usually leads to the player being released from the team. Then you have some players who are not the most talented, but they're diligent workers and their mental endurance is strong, and they usually outlast the quote-unquote more talented guy. It's not always about being better, smarter, stronger, etc. More often than not, it's simply about having the will to get started or to keep going after you've started. Aside from the time and chance factor, there are people out there who simply just don't quit. I'm sure there were times where the thought crossed their minds. As I've said before, everyone at some point has dealt with doubting themselves. The difference is they didn't succumb to those thoughts. You will be amazed how much you can accomplish by simply having the will to keep going, to keep moving forward, despite different kinds of adversity. And if you combine will with skill, or vice versa, which is very much possible, the things you can accomplish are nearly limitless. That's it for today's video. As always, if you're new here, welcome. Feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. This has been Internal Life, where change starts with the inner man.